Recording. Yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Miss Iman Fathallah, the coordinator of the Teaching English to Young Learners SIG at the NICE TESOL. I would like to welcome you all today, and especially with our special guest is Dr. Manal Kabesh. Let me give you a brief about her. Dr. Manal is an associate professor in Turkey. She works as a researcher in the National Center for Education, and she participated in various international and national conferences in education. Also, Dr. Manal is a Relo Cairo mentor. Again, I would like to welcome Dr. Manal. Dr. Manal, the floor is yours, and please, you can start your session.
Okay. Hello, lovely teachers and great educators. Thank you for joining me today. It's a real pleasure to meet you all. As Dr. Iman had mentioned, I'm an associate professor in applied linguistics, or what we call TEFL. I'm a researcher at the National Center for Education Research and Development, Curriculum Development Department. I'm also associate educator alumna from the U.S. Embassy and the Relo mentor. So let's start our host participant screen share. Are you gonna, Iman, can you give me, trying to share the screen?
Yes. Please just send a request, like click on share, and he will send me a request so I can accept your request to share from. يعني بس دوسي على كلمة share
أنا
down.
دوست على share. Host disable participant screen sharing. Okay.
Let me assign you as a.
Okay.
I'll assign you as a host. Okay.
Okay. Okay. حاضر.
اوعي تطلعيني بره.
Sorry, Manal Kabesh. Okay. مكتوبين edit profile rename، فأنا مش عارفة أعمل إيه.
Because now you are the host.
Okay. No. Okay. Today's session will be about fostering learning through TBL and PBL approaches. Of course, TBL, we all know it's task-based learning. But PBL, some people are confused between problem-based learning and project-based learning. But today we are talking about project-based learning. And actually, TBL is under the big umbrella of the PBL, or the project-based learning, and it's complementing it. Now, we are going to listen to a lovely song and watch it. So, do you remember this song? And how can you relate this song to BBL?
Doctor, the sound is muted.
Yeah.
Can you hear the sound?
It is
Can
muffled.
you hear the sound?
No, the sound is bad.
Okay, I can hear it. So Amira and Audi can help with it. Can you let Amira do it?
Yes.
Amira and Audi.
Amira, so you can stop sharing from your side, so she can share from her side. Like you can stop
Okay.
the presentation so she is able to share it from her side.
Okay, just a second.
We can even start from the very beginning, Amira.
Okay, no
So
problem.
we are gonna listen. We are listening now to Nari Nareen. She's gonna. Okay, Amira, go ahead.
Can anybody just give me the floor to share?
Iman, can you let her share, please?
Yeah, can you please?
That's because I'm not the host now. You are the host. So you have to start presentation, Dr. Manal. So you allow her to send you a request for sharing.
So I don't care about being the host. I'll stop sharing now, and I'll stop share. And Amira, you can start from your own side.
Actually, I need you to to make me the
Okay.
host.
Amira, where is Amira?
I'm there, yeah.
Click on the dots on her name and you will find make a host. بس Amira, don't spell us down out. Huh?
No worries. I'm an expert in Zoom. No worries about that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
You're the host now.
Yeah, I am. Okay.
ده حازم الترك انت دي الدكتور حازم.
You
No.
actually you assign me as a host instead.
So Hazim, please can you transfer the host to Miss Amira?
No problemo.
Please. Yes,
Done.
the host. Thank you.
Okay.
Actually, this is part of the project-based learning also.
Okay.
Teamwork.
And teamwork with, yeah, like Amir. So we're gonna listen now to a song. And do you remember this song, Nari Nare? And how can you relate this song to PBL?
ناري نارين ناري من جماله ناري نارين قلبي جراله ناري نارين ناري من جماله ناري نارين قلبي جراله من نظرة خدني في لحظة دبنا احنا سوا حبيبي ده أجمل كلام بعيونه قالوا عن الهوى حبيبي ده من نظرة خدني ودبنا احنا سوا حبيبي ده أجمل كلام بعيونه قالوا عن الهوى حبيبي ده حبيته وأعمل إيه حبيبي ده ناري من اللي أنا فيه حبيبي ده ناري 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 من جماله ناري ناري قلبي جراله
Well, project-based learning. Now, this song, we're gonna relate it to project-based learning. How? I would like you to think and brainstorm. How can we relate it to project-based learning? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, answer please.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so this song, it's actually the first time for me to listen to it, but let me give like 3 points regarding this song and what is the relationship between it and PBL. So I think it's related to collaborative creativity, cultural connection, as it's actually a mix between Egyptian and Indian. Also, it's related to expression and performance, as Hisham Abbas is actually singing and at the same time dancing in an Indian style. Language and music project. And I think it's actually one of the base things to learn about PBL, as there's a bond between, like music and at the same time the culture itself.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Hazem. Now let's work on the project. It was like a project that I was doing actually between Egypt, students from Egypt and from Calcutta in India. Now let's talk about elements of project-based learning. I would like you to guess now which is the first element that we can start with. Number one is in PBL. Driving question. So in PBL, we always have a driving question to start with. We have our students in groups to make tasks, okay? The first thing is the driving question. And then number two is a need to know. We start the inquiry. Also here, we are connecting the inquiry-based learning. There is a need and the passion to know. So start with the question, the need to know, and then number three, great significant content. What is the content that they are going to work on and collect the data as a group and to start the task with the question, the passion and the need to know, and then writing the content using various materials and digital material. Number four, the voice and the choice by the students. It's one of the most crucial elements in PBL, because here, when they do the task, we want to hear their voice and the choices in collecting all the material and the data and the videos and whatever they are collecting to make this and finish this task. And what about number four? In-depth, not superficial one, it's in-depth inquiry and innovation. That's why we have the two hemispheres of the brain, okay? And you'll find that all what we are doing is among the 21st century skills, which is number 6. All what we are doing, all the elements are embedded in the 21st century skills. And then number 7, the reflection and the revision. Now, when they have finished the task, they reflect, they revise before they present the PowerPoint presentation or the outcome product, which is in my project was a touristic brochure. Okay, the last one is the public presentation performance, whether it's a show, PowerPoint presentation, whatever. Okay, let's move now to the benefits of PBL. Why? Number 1, creativity. Students use creative thinking. And creative thinking here is what? One of the elements of the 21st century skills, right? Why? To innovate new ideas and designs. When they design, for example, the touristic brochure, they need this creativity and out-of-the-box ideas, okay? And actually, the Indian group were doing great. Now, problem solving, yes, they have a problem. Now, they have certain tasks to do, and there is a problem. They need to think and their voice to be heard and the choices to be allowed. Think and do inquiry-based learning a lot. Students get into the habit of solving the problems around them and build that attitude as a group. Yes, curiosity. They say there's a saying which curiosity kills the cat, but it never kills our brilliant students. Students develop curiosity again here and the habit of asking questions. Remember, we started the PBL with what? The question, right? And evaluating the issues that you're going to deal with. Then another benefit is critical thinking. Students develop critical thinking and look at problems in different ways. Actually, in even their choices, whether to choose this song or that song, whether to choose these kind of costumes, these kinds of customs and habits, whatever the landmarks. You know, Egypt is a very rich country, and India was actually awesome they also had this critical think about which sides to choose. And also one of the benefits is the collaboration. As Hazem was saying, teamwork. Yes, collaboration. Students work with each other, actually on some tasks or most of the tasks, and develop teamwork and leadership. Here, the teacher is just a facilitator, of course. Yes, finally, we have the self-confidence that we are building in our students, even from KGs. Students learn new things and are confident of themselves and their beliefs. Even the teacher is confident of what he's doing. When we move to the TBL, as we see here, TBL goes under the umbrella of PBL. We have a pre-task where students are engaged actively, and then we have the part of the task itself where they have the task, they plan for the task, and they present the task, and before presenting comes reviewing for accuracy and checking their fluency and checking their performance and everything. And here comes the pre-task, task, and review. Let's move now to a video. Now we need to consolidate what we have, what I have just mentioned about PBL and TBL, and let's watch the video that consolidates what I'm saying.
Project-based learning can be confusing, so let's talk about it for a minute, or maybe more. There are a lot of different teaching methodologies that fall along a continuum. Many of them have constructivist elements. Constructivist means, basically, that learners learn while doing. Teachers help students to construct their own knowledge rather than to reproduce facts, as opposed to learn and then do, which is generally the model of doing projects. There are also a lot of different organizations who teach specific formulas for implementing project-based learning, like Buck Institute. According to Buck Institute, there are 8 essential project design elements for gold standard PBL. Even this verbiage implies that there are different levels or types of project-based learning. The Buck Institute tells us that the best project designs have these elements. There are also 8 elements for project-based teaching practices. Here they are. One of the biggest elements of PBL that teachers and students struggle with is students leading more of the learning and teachers becoming guides on the side. This is impossible without building responsibility among learners and fostering the proper classroom environment. But back to our point. Are you doing this right? Well, I don't know. Are your students engaged? Here's what it means to be engaged. Are you becoming a guide on the side? Are students asking each other questions? Are they finding information independently? Are they becoming more independent in their learning? Are students learning in a new way? Are you getting any pushback? That can be a good sign. Is anyone uncomfortable doing things in a new way? This can also be a sign of significant change. Are you working more on providing scaffolding and working with small groups than on providing whole group messages? Are you starting to replace traditional learning models instead of stopping class to do PBL? Are your students making choices about their products or processes as they learn? Are your students learning while doing instead of learning first and then doing? The final message is there are no PBL police. If instruction is working, students are learning, they're engaged, then you're doing it correctly.
Actually, as you see that, it summarizes all what we've been talking about, right? Everything for the teacher, a guide by the side, not a sage on the stage, and all the benefits of PBL. Actually, it's a transforming learning strategy. I always use it in my teaching. And I was so proud actually of the research paper that I have published about intercultural approach to develop the writing skills through using PBL and TBL also. Okay, let's move, Amira, to the second part. Have you guessed the relation now? Let's watch the second part.
من خدود وصوت وعود
Okay, now I think you have guessed the relation because my research paper, the research that I've done was under the title Connecting Bridges Between Countries, Connecting People and Cultures. Which people? The Egyptian people and the Indian people, students from Maadi Normal School in Maadi, the British section, and in Calcutta, the BDM school. It's an international school again there, and also British, to the Indian and Egyptian culture. The outcome was writing a touristic brochure, okay, about Egypt and about India. As we know that culture and identity are pervasive but invisible until they are pointed out. Actually, we don't know our culture until it is pointed out for us, like in doing a research paper, in doing a project or a task. Students are unaware of their culture or identity until they are confronted with other cultures and identities. And that's what I did actually, because the Egyptian people were inspired by their culture after or while they are doing the task, and after when they were presenting it after the task. So in the pre-task, while they were preparing, they discovered a lot of things about the Egyptian culture. They made field visits to Shara al-Mu'izz and Khan al-Khalili, and they went to Koshari Abu Tariq and take photos there. And they said, even Dr. Kabesh, we were inspired by our culture. And then, of course, they were also inspired by the Indian culture that they have read about and met about and discussed with the other side from Calcutta. Next. The main objectives of the project was acquiring knowledge about the rich cultural heritage of both Egypt and India. Not only that, but also developing the writing skills through making touristic brochures. Actually, they enjoyed writing about a brochure. It was a very big project-based learning. Under the umbrella of PBL, I had so many tasks. Imagine the tasks that they were doing, various groups, and what they are going to put at the content. They started with the list, all the elements of the PBL. Okay, let's move to something else, Amira. We had here culture in the current study was used as the topic, the Egyptian and Indian cultures and folklore, to enhance developing the writing skill. Yes. Students use the PBL and TBL through the intercultural approach to investigate, as I've mentioned, the word inquiry-based learning, and to collect the information and data about the Egyptian and Indian cultures. Yes, not only that, they benefited from the authentic, collaborative, and contextualized learning tasks